If you think this game gives justice to God of War, then you're crazy. Oh my goodness. Now, of course, if you haven't played the game, then don't watch this video. But if you have, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So everybody's praising this game. Just everybody, just everyone. God of War is 10 out of 10, 9 out of 9. It's the best game ever. It was totally worth the wait, you know. And you know what? If you want to give it credit for the narrative, you enjoyed the story, fine, I'll let you have that. If you want to give it credit for the graphics, fine, you can have that as well. But if you want to give it credit for the boss fights, then no. The only people that would ever think that the boss fights in this game were absolutely spectacular are either one of two people. Either A, this is their first introduction to any God of War game, or B, they don't know what they're talking about. So you guys want to talk about boss fights? Fine, let's talk about boss fights. The only good boss fight that's worth its weight in gold is the first boss fight you encounter, and that's with Baldur. That boss fight, it's fun. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of variety in the gameplay. The cutscene is great. I enjoyed that boss fight immensely. Every boss fight after Baldur is absolute trash. The only way you can find out if something's trash is through comparison. So let's compare the boss fights to all the other God of War games, primarily 3 and 2 if you want to go that route. So after Baldur, we're set up with the Elf King that we have to fight. What do we know about the Elf King? Absolutely nothing. I have no story for the Elf King. The great thing about God of War 3 and 2 in the other games is that we were set up with these characters. These characters had personality. One of the great things that makes Baldur such a fun boss fight that everyone loves and praises is that he has a personality. He has character to him. You know, the voice acting is great. When we get with the Elf King, who we fight, who just randomly comes up on us, I'm like, who is this guy? Like, even the killing him isn't fun. We end up killing him. It's like a boring, it's the same kill animation that we have for the other soldiers. And then he's like, oh, you've made a grave mistake.
No, that can't be.
What did it say?
That we made a grave mistake.
What the hell does that mean? They literally just put someone down there, give us a life bar, and like, go at it. It's literally Dark Souls. I'm sorry, if I wanted to play Dark Souls, then I would have played Dark Souls. I want to play God of War. Let's go on to the another boss fight. So when you come to the boss fight of Magni Modi, I believe, it's the same thing. This reminded me so much of it reminded me precisely of a Dark Souls a boss fight, because there's yeah, they may have personality, but there's nothing new in the gameplay. There's literally nothing new. They have 2 segments. You're either fighting Magni or you're fighting Modi, or you have this little in-between segment where you have to protect your son, and you're circling around. I'm like, what kind of dumbed-down gameplay is this? How do you go from this?
You challenge me, mortal? A god of Olympus?
To that. These boss fights are boring. They are beyond boring and mind-numbing. There is no level or level design to these boss fights. It's not, well, now you have to do this to defeat them, now you have to do this to defeat them, now you have to do this. There is no complexity to these boss fights. I mean, it's crazy, the stuff that I'm hearing. And then we come to the mega of all boss fights that just blew my mind. And that was the Keeper of the Damned. I'm like, they have the audacity to give us a boss fight that is nothing more than a reskin troll. They did that not once, but twice. Because we have the troll.
At the ready.
And then we have the fire troll, which is also a boss fight. And then we have the Keeper of the Damned, which is nothing more than a reskin troll with literally the same move patterns, except he vanishes and reappears, and does some like little balls of whatever. And I'm just like, this is garbage. Because if you go back to God of War 2, God of War 3, the boss fights were great. I mean, hell, even with the Helios, you had to aim to even knock him out of the sky. After that, you had to fight off the trolls and everyone to even get near him because he had an army protecting him. And then you had to block your hand from the blind and then go in for the kill. And even that kill was so rewarding to kill this dude. I know that sounds horrible, but it was. And every single boss fight was like that in God of War 3. Every single boss fight was like that in God of War 2. Lucas the dragon boss fight was epic. Really? Really? The dragon boss fight was epic? You want to tell me the dragon boss fight was epic? So the dragon boss fight is just this big thing, just bam. What do you have to do? You have to hit his little claw, and then he goes on the other side, and you have to hit his claw again, throw something, and make it explode. That's the boss fight. You want to tell me that God of War 2, the Colossus of Rhodes, that boss fight didn't do the big scale boss better than the dragon boss fight? You can't tell me that. You're crazy if you think that. You're crazy. The design of just the boss, how he comes in and everything is just 10 times better in God of War 2 than there is in this game. And the crazy thing is, the same guy directed it. So I'm like, what happened? Like, I understand they wanted to go a different direction, but was lazy their direction? They went for like the foo-foo of God of War. They were so just engulfed in just like, we really want a cinematic look and all this fee-fee and foo-foo stuff. God of War isn't fee-fee and foo-foo. He's not. I'm sorry. I don't care how much you want to. It's like in the game where he gets the Blades of Chaos. Last time I checked, I thought he left with the Blades of Exile. Whatever. He gets the Blades of Chaos. And, you know, Athena's like, you know what, no matter how much you want, you're a monster.
You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
And it's the same thing that goes for the game. No matter how much you want to be just, you know, one of these Final Fantasies or these great narrative story playing games and all this and all the mechanics and Dark Souls and Bloodborne, you're not. You're just not. You're God of War.
You complete me.
You're garbage who kills for money.
Don't talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be.
Either or, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, which I'm probably sure most of you didn't because you're fanboys, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. What the hell does that mean?